I love movies and TV shows. They're exciting, inspiring, and they're the perfect way to practice narrative and illustration work. So, over the past year, I've started making my own paintings from my favorite movies and TV shows, and I found it to be a really rewarding, interesting, and exciting way to practice gouache and illustration techniques. Hi, I'm Madison Moore. I'm a writer, a maker, and an illustrator, and I also run an online shop under the name The Girl and the Lamb. I've been using gouache as my primary medium for about 5 years, but I also like to take a really mixed media approach to illustration, which means I use digital techniques, watercolor, markers, colored pencils, pastels, anything, all throughout my work. I have an eye for narrative in everything I'm doing, and I love using bright colors. I studied fine arts in college, but I didn't really find my niche until I started working in illustration. I'm also a maker, which means I like to work with textiles and ceramics. I love my sketchbooks, and almost all of my ideas start there. I'm also very involved in the children's book world. I have 2 books being published in the next couple of years, and I am also an editor. In this class, you're going to learn how to make a complete illustration from start to finish. I welcome all skill levels to join me. Whether this is your first time picking up gouache or you're a seasoned illustrator, we'll move together step by step while exploring why movie scenes are the perfect subjects for practice. We'll cover an overview of gouache, how to face the blank page and draw a rough sketch, how to refine your rough sketch, and finally how to bring everything together into one final illustration. The class project will be creating that final illustration, but I also really value process, so I'm going to encourage you to post photos of your work at different stages, and we'll get into that a little bit more later. One of the best parts about this project is that you can repeat it as many times as you want, with as many movies as you want, and it's always going to be amazing practice. You'll be working on atmosphere, lighting, character, emotions, relationships, backgrounds, things that are all highly transferable no matter what kind of illustration you want to be doing in the future. And people will connect with your work if they already have a connection to the movie that you're painting from. I painted a scene from Judas and the Black Messiah, and the film's lead actress saw the painting, messaged me on Instagram, and I even got to send her a print. It was such an exciting way to know that people were connecting with my work. And I've had similarly excitable responses from other people who enjoyed the films that I painted. A big part of making art is making choices. You get to decide every single little detail in your illustration. This is part of the magic of making art, but it can also be really overwhelming. So in this class, I'm going to do my best to move things step by step, piece by piece, so that you can easily follow along and get all the way to that final full bleed painting without any frustration, and I know that you're going to love that final piece. So I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for joining me, and let's get started.